All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Uh, we'll wait a little bit. Wait for some of the viewers to tune in. All right. Good evening. Welcome to the BNR Cup Series at Nashville Super Speedway. For 150 laps, 200 miles. Yes, concrete surface. See here as these boys take on the good old. Oh, Brandon Moore with a 30.04. Currently the fastest right now. It will be slick out there. Oh, Rongich on top of the board with a 29.98. Nope. Now Brandon Moore is on top there with a 29.91. We'll go over a little race information. So, current track temp is 84 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a 1/3 mile track. The weather outside is currently 74 degrees, 36% humidity. Partly cloudy with a 2-mile-per-hour wind. As I said, they got 150 laps. 200 miles, 1 quick fix, 3 green white checkers, 50% fuel. And they do have 8 sets of tires. So that will be
Hello,
interesting.
Brian. You got me crystal clear.
Yes, I do.
Nice. Hello, hello.
Yes. As I
Fan
said,
might be a little bit loud, but we'll turn that down momentarily.
that's all right.
Oh man, we got a huge field tonight here at Nashville. It looks like, and this is the end of practice or qualifying. What is this?
And the qualifying.
And we probably got some that haven't even qualified.
There you go. Seven that
Everything's
haven't
still,
gone out? Yeah, you're good.
everything's still okay. Okay.
Kyle Heath with a 29.90.
Kyle Heath currently on top of the timing sheets,
Cameron
along
Smith
with
going out
Brandon
there.
Moore. Yes, indeed. And what number is Cameron?
24.
Oh, the 24. That's why Ernest doesn't have it in the Cup Series. Go on YouTube for just a moment. The GT World Challenge is currently racing at Nashville as well, but they're racing the streets of Nashville, the same street circuit that the IndyCar drivers are facing this weekend, as well as the Indy Lights, the Trans Am Series. I think that's all the series racing this weekend up at Nashville on the streets. So if you like sports cars and road course racing, I would suggest to check out GT World on YouTube. They are a good source. Like, that's where all of GT World Challenge is shown if you're into GT cars, sports cars.
Oh, yeah.
So 150 laps tonight, right?
Yes, sir. 200 miles.
Yep, giving these drivers a good distance to go.
It is gonna
So
transition. That's for sure. So, see how well this
yes,
goes.
from afternoon into evening.
Well, evening into
Oh,
night.
that's what I just said. Afternoon into evening.
Evening into night. Into probably
Whatever.
day. Either one. We'll find out though. Anywho, P1 Kyle Heath.
Sometimes
P2
I
Brandon
just want
Moore.
to shake you.
P3 Zach Rongich. P4 Skylar Sixton. P5 Jason Higginbotham. Say that 10 times fast. P6 Ricky
not.
Belangi. P7 Sean Judson. P8 Austin Moore. P9 Philip Bridgman. P10 Randy Koken. P11 Jaden Sanchez. P12 Brandon LaHillier. P13 Cole Duggar. P14 Scott Bittinger. P15 Tyler Myers. P16 Sammy Blackwell. P17 Cameron Smith. P18 James Selner. P19 Ernest King. P20 Kevin Roy. P21 Jason Adams. P22 Durant Garber. P23 Robert Cheswick.
Oh wow, Robert Cheswick. We have seen him in the SRU Truck Series, right?
Yes, sir.
Indeed, yes. I remember names.
Well, you see here, Kyle Heath is going to lead the field to green tonight.
Nice number choice, 54. I'm a fan of it. Look at that.
Brandon Moore's hauling it. He said, I ain't waiting. Get up here, Kyle. Where you going?
Zachary Rongich in one of my favorite Dell Jr. paint schemes. Yeah, it sucks with the number placement because some paint schemes just, we've mentioned it before, just don't look right, but others, it's okay. Drop the green flag here. Pace car darts down onto the apron.
And the green flag is off.
Well, pretty even as even can be for that start. So everyone dives into turn one. Oh, Brandon having some blinking problems there. And
Oh, yeah.
everybody trying to, it might be just a one groove track to start off with, but we've seen before in the past, Brian, that multiple lanes eventually come into play and really make for some intriguing racing around here. Kind of looks like all the rubber has been able to stay down from the practice and quali. Doesn't look like a green racetrack at all. Excuse me.
Oh, there goes
Oh,
Randy.
we got a lawnmower. There's a lawnmower down there. Did he save it?
Yes, he did.
Excellent, excellent gather up, car control. Normally whenever you're down there in the grass, it is just an uncontrollable force of nature.
Good save, Randy.
Austin
Right.
Moore there fighting with Tim Duggar. I believe that was Tim, right? Or
Mhm.
hang on.
Cole Duggar?
They're having a... Huh, what?
Cole Duggar?
Oh, Cole Duggar, my bad. That was the country music singer, I guess, that I had on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I guess Austin Moore really defensive there of that 9th place spot at the moment. You're going to see a lot of comers and goers, I would suspect. People really quick on the short runs, and then they're just going to fall off drastically. Zachary Rongich has gotten around Kyle Heath, your pole sitter. Rongich started in that 3rd position, but we have come to know that Rongich just kind of waits a few minutes or a few laps, gets the heat built up in those tires, and then he starts making those moves. So 88, 54, and 8, that's your top 3. 57 and 41 rounds out the top 5. Looks like Austin Moore is caught up to the back of Philip Bridgman, now passing Bridgman. Austin Moore moving up a position. What position did Philip start in? Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Oh, never mind. He's going to try to go to the bottom now of Moore. Get that spot back. I was going to say, looks like he fell off awful quick here, but maybe perhaps able to still stay up in the top 10 early on. Who's that in the one car? Sanchez and the one in that Polar Bear Coca-Cola car, trying to make some moves, get inside the top 10. He's knocking on the door. Austin Moore, Philip Bridgman having this fight, and Duggar getting a bit bobbly there, having a moment. Everybody now getting on the bottom. Bottom is the place to be apparently in this time.
Was he right on board with? Oh, there you go.
Yep, Sanchez stalking, making that move on Philip Bridgman. There's no, oh! I was going to say there's no rubber out there, Phil. You're just up in the marbles, and he might have slapped the wall. Not too sure there, but he's getting awful close if not. But losing a lot of spots early on is that 48 machine. Just not having a good start to the day or the evening for the 48. Just waiting on everybody else to just take advantage of him and dive underneath him.
Boy, everybody's hitting that wall. And they go 3 wide.
Yep, that seems, well, I mean, you're coming off that transition off of turn 4, Brian, you know, just as I do that, your car just kind of stiffens up and just goes to that wall. And, you know, sometimes you just let it go where it wants to. And in most of these cases, it's just going, these drivers are just letting it go where the car wants, and looks like it for some of these competitors very tight in the wake of another car in this draft. Others it's looking pretty breezy, like, oh man, Sanchez really making life hard for some of the competitors. Looked like that was Sanchez. Look at man,
Exchanging a little bumps and bruises here.
a lot of argy-bargy going on indeed between all of the turquoise cars. Most of them teammates, some of them not.
Sellner's like, I am just going to remove myself from this situation.
That's his name. I was trying to be like James, what's his last name? Sellner. Man, rocking that BNR Racing Network paint scheme yet again.
Austin Moore starting to lose some ground. Boom. As Duggar hits the wall, that will probably apply a little bit.
Got close to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost an awkward camera angle. Can't really quite see. Of course, the track is awkwardly D-shaped as well. Austin Moore up in the marbles. So is Selner, I believe. No, that was not. That's a 3-car, I think, or a good wrench scheme. It could be.
Good wrench.
That's Blackwell. That's Sammy Blackwell in the 3.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't seen him around. It's good to see. Normally, mostly runs Cup anyway, but my Atlanta. Hello, Sammy. But, man, this battle back here for a 10th place spot, or a top 15, I would say all the way down from 9th down to, 15th. It is, it's a barroom brawl going on. There's a little bit of a gap, and then, man, we got more battling going on. And Kyle Heath now back to Zachary Rongich. Lead exchange. Give the lead back to Kyle Heath. Brandon Moore. Almost said Austin. Higgy. Man, it's a 5-car fight. 4-car fight. My bad, Skyler. You're not up there yet. But it's a 4-car fight for the lead going on at the moment. The Me Marie's Design 54 now back out front from the pole. But now Zachary Rongich kind of dropping back a couple of spots, was in the lead for a handful of laps. 54 taking it back. Brendan Moore got by the 88. So let's see if Brendan Moore has anything for Kyle Heath. He's charging. And Higgy moving up into third in that 41 machine. But Brandon Moore really on the back bumper, almost on the trunk lid. Just saying, hey, I'm here. What's up? I'm hanging tough with you. I'm not letting you go. Oh, hate to see it. The 5-car of Brandon man, I was saying it. He was getting so much practice for his name.
LaHillier.
Yes, LaHillier. I think. Anyway, 5 laps down. I think he's still in the race, but he needs 5 cautions as long as no one else goes a lap down. King, is that Ernest King in the 33?
Mm-hmm.
Man, nice to see everybody here tonight that I recognize. Kevin Roy, 21st position at the moment, just lurking, stalking around. Plenty of experience for, I would say, half of this field at Nashville. Has plenty of experience with this track in some form or another in NASCAR equipment. Brandon Moore challenging for the lead, going down the back straightaway. Challenging, and he is taking the lead from Kyle Heath. But Kyle Heath not letting it give up on that outside contacts being made, I do believe. They got awful close if not, but Kyle Heath able to keep it wound up on that high side, making Brandon fight for every single inch, not letting him have it just so easily. Now, the report I was getting from a couple of drivers, 33 laps on a tank of gas, Brian, from a full tank. So either start seeing a little bit early, maybe 29, but maybe lap 30. But then, you got all these fuel savers that try to make life difficult for everyone. As we saw last night, there was a couple of guys trying their darndest to make it to that checkered. The 41 now, I believe he started somewhere in the top 10, if not. He was one of the qualifiers, but I just can't remember where Higgy qualified. But he's just been lurking and made his way right here, sitting at the back door of Kyle Heath. Zachary Rongich has now fallen a second off the pace. Skylar Sixton just rolling there in 5th. I would imagine conserving his equipment, conserving that car, made the brand switch, the manufacturer switch here lately, if I'm not mistaken, to Fords. So hopefully he's, made the right call. He's comfortable with that decision. Couldn't really tell you the difference, if there's a difference between manufacturers in the iRacing platform. Lap 24, we have a pit taker already. Can't quite see his name because
Phillip.
Anywho, so I had to take a sip there. Brandon Moore now out in the lead of this race, trying to control it. 25 laps in. Brian, who would you say would be a sleeper to keep an eye out on? You know, if this, just keeps going like how it's going, who would you have?
I'd say Adams.
Jason Adams is in this race?
Mm-hmm.
Man, who else is going to be in this race that I'm shocked about? Yeah, I could see Jason Adams being a sleeper or at least a contender late in this running. Of course, that I would have to agree with that one. Kyle Heath has got the lead back from Brandon Moore. Never mind, they're side by side. Kyle Heath on the outside, still trying to make that outside work. The more, no pun intended, you run out there, the more grip it will become and have that rubber laid down on that outside lane. Oh, Philip Bridgman, Mr. Superman, with the 4 fresh Goodyear rubbers coming back, he's 2 laps down, trying to get one of the laps back. All of a sudden you see a blue and white Lowe's 48 appear out of nowhere. That has to scare somebody. Oh, contact almost made between Higgy and the 8, Brandon Moore, but they did not do the contact of making. And Philip is like, thank you guys for eventually sorting it out, letting me by. I had fresh tires. Philip's a guy that, depending on the race and what type of race it is, he's going to be contending, going to be quick. Sometimes it just doesn't go Philip's way, but it went his way last night indeed. So still congratulations with all of that, but it is a new day. Oh man, I just did that, didn't I? Oh man. Anyway, we're going to overlook that. We're going to overlook what I just did. It is another day, and you got to progress, and that always brings a new challenge, especially whenever you race as many nights a week as Philip does. He is always
a lot of these boys
on the grind. Oh, yeah, just not Philip. Everybody just about that is in this race. Just about races probably, I would say, 5 nights a week, if not maybe less. Some race 6 nights a week. Others, lap 30, here we go. I would say this is scheduled pit stops. I can't see his name either. Who is that in the pits now? Okay, yes, indeed. We got lots of pit takers now.
Cameron just dived off there.
Yeah, I saw. Man, this bug won't leave me alone today. I saw that. Pretty almost dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
But we progress. Man, Selner and Duggar just going at it. They can't get away from each other, and they don't want to leave each other alone, apparently.
No, they don't.
Kyle Heath wanting to go longer than everybody. Higgy already hit the pits. Brandon Moore already in the... Oh, there's Kyle. Never mind. So, Selner. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my. That came out of nowhere. So, Sanchez and Selner going longer. And we got a race off the access road. Look at that. Who can get up to speed quicker than the other? Jason Adams there in the 43. Really, shout out to that Richard Petty scheme. That is awesome. Love to see it.
Which is ironic because I've seen, now you got Selner and Sanchez pitting now. I've seen his maker make that last night for him.
Ah, okay, nice. Just came right off. That is some fresh paint, Brian, is what you're saying.
That is some fresh paint, Will. Yes, indeed.
So, man, Judson made up a lot of ground. He's in front of Kyle Heath now. So Judson looks like in the 91 will be the race leader at the moment. You think he might have took some right sides or something? That's some bold strategy there. He's about to get ate up by Kyle Heath and Higgy, and whoever is behind Kyle. Because
Ernie.
there's a lapper. Okay. I was going to say, I think there's a lapper in between the two.
Yeah, it's Ernest, then Higgy, then Brandon.
Yeah, Judson's getting ate up. I'm not sure what type of strategy he went with, but obviously the strategy was to get away from the guys he was racing. But I don't know. Maybe he wants a caution real quick.
I don't know, Will. Those lights just kicked on, so.
Well, Philip Bridgman with his with his short pitch strategy, he's back there fighting just above the top 15, but outside the top 10. James Sellner just passed, and Kevin Roy's coming up on him. So, first pit stop of the day, and you see the different strategies and just all the different things that these drivers are doing. Tires may not mean a lot if you got a good driver behind the wheel of the car, Brian, because if Judson really did try to gamble, maybe he just got on pit road really, really well. Like I didn't really get to see his pit stop time. I'm kind of just dumbfounded or confused here to how Judson is just up here amongst the front runners who were there before this round of pit stops.
I think he took 2 tires.
I think he did too, but my Lanta, he is awfully quick on those left sides that are 37 laps old, if not counting qualifying laps. So
the track is going to start getting a little slick now.
Yep, that transition. Also, hopefully, the more people keep running up in that second lane area, hopefully we can lay enough rubber down to get that lane to come in a bit more. So we got Heath, Judson, Higgy, Moore, Rongich, Duggar, Sigston, coaching, Biddender, I butchered that, my bad, my phone. Jason Adams, and that is the top 10 as they run at the moment. But James Sellner is, yep, I was about to say, man, he's knocking on the top 10, and he's now in the top 10. Austin Moore, trying not to go, trying not to go a lap down, really battling there with Kyle Heath to try to stay on the lead lap, and now making life a little bit of an inconvenience for Judson as he's trying to hang 10 up there with Kyle Heath. Just don't have it. Doing that, you're really going to make the lead lappers a bit upset with you. You can see how much time he's losing, Brian, Kyle Heath.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, losing a lot of time to the race leader, all because the lap car just doesn't want to concede to the lead lappers. I mean, you've already became a lap down to the actual race leader. There's almost no sense in holding. Oh, I think Higgy might have gave the 41 a bump entering turn 1, Brian, and just got him out of the way, which not surprised at all. There's only so long you can tolerate something like that, and you keep seeing the leader disappear out that windshield, and you're being held up by somebody who is, I don't want to call Austin, drastically off the pace, but obviously something happened, either got in the wall or just off the pace today, just, at the moment, just not there, and possibly just upset that he's going a lap down, trying to get back, and, just sometimes you just got to know when to concede, and you won't put yourself in those positions.
Oh, yeah. Randy having a great run. Oh, boy, I jinxed it. Oh.
Yeah, you just jinxed it.
There with James Helmer.
Yep. James really coming up through the top 10. He, I think he was the last one to pit, so he's got the freshest of the freshies.
Yeah,
everybody
Brandon
else
Moore,
kind of. Yep, Brandon Moore getting around Austin Moore.
No relations at all.
No, live in completely different parts of the country too. Well, I wouldn't. Anywho, Zachary Longich now trying to get around the 45. It seems as more lead lappers get by the 45, he kind of seems to concede the position a bit more. So, I guess that's all it took, was just get by him. The 2 car is the next driver to fall into the clutches of the race leader, and Bridgman, Philip Bridgman, who was the first person to pit at lap 24. I would suspect he's probably going to come in at lap 48, maybe lap 50, but he was the first one that pitted at lap 24, and he's now back in 15th. If he pits now, he might go 3 laps down, Brian, because he's about to go a lap down. He would go probably 2 3/4 lap down.
Yes, well, I will agree. Short pitting will not work. I mean, it will, but not this early. Unless he had a little damage, and
yeah, he did probably bang the wall down a couple of times. Our camera angle there, looking onto the start-finish straight right here, like that. It's kind of like, it's a good angle, just kind of hard to judge if the car actually makes contact with wall. But Kyle Heath now closing in on the 48, going to put Phillip back a lap down. Now see that? See, that's how you do it right there. Look at that. But without scraping the wall on the exit. That's how you concede a spot on a racetrack the right way. Right, Brian?
Yes, sir. You are absolutely correct.
Makes me feel older than you. Anyhow, Higgy trying to chase down. He disposed of Judson a few laps ago. Judson, we suspect, has right sides and 49 lap-old lefts, not counting the quali if he qualied. But Kyle Heath trying to expand that lead, but Higgy really giving Kyle a run for his money here. If Kyle wasn't in this race, we'd be talking about that 41 car, but Higgy trying to run down Kyle Heath.
You see Phillip staying out the way. He knows I have nothing to contend for at this specific moment. So why get in the way?
Yes, why hold anyone up?
But Kyle Heath there looking to run down Ricky Belangi, to put him a lap down.
Yes, I like it when you say his name. That means I don't have to. I was going to earlier, and then I'm just like, the 2 car.
You're going to have to say it right now.
No, I'm just going to say he's going and passing that 2 car, putting him a lap down
By the way, Will,
Uh,
who is driving that 2 car? I really can't
Ricky
remember.
Belangi.
Very good. Well done.
You're a terrible person. Looks like the next person to go a lap down is our good friend.
Murders.
Oh, never mind. Cameron Smith is already a lap down.
Yeah, that's not surprising, is it?
Oh, that's not your good friend? I thought that was mine and yours good friend. Anywho,
Yes, it is.
uh,
Well,
Skyler, I'm not sure what type of design we're going for here, but it looks different. Got to give you that. But you're under attack by a really hungry Randy. He's hungry to finish good and well and finish on the lead lap.
they are
I
under
know
the
you
lights
can
now.
hear me. The sun not fully set, but it is sunsetting time-ish, if that is a thing.
Oh, what happened to Higgy?
Higgy must have just lagged out. Must have just lost connection. Engine has expired. Unfortunately, I do believe on that 41 machine, real quick like, and that is our second car out of the race. LaHaller is the first.
LaHillier.
Whatever. LaHillier. It looks like LaHaller, does it not? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it does.
I speak what it looks like. I can't help it. LaHillier. But man, that really sucks for Higgy. I want to say, unless a caution happens or something, I almost wanted to say that he was kind of the only one that probably could have, put up a fight against Heath.
Wow.
What? Yeah, no, I just ran over everybody with a Greyhound. He'll get over it. I mean,
Oh,
look,
Marley.
he's whooping everybody almost 4 seconds. Oh, and Marley almost became a lawnmower.
Oh, yeah. Now, I wonder if some of these guys who were struggling during the day, will now get that grip now that it has transitioned into the nighttime.
Well, the track will be cooler. Most definitely. It'll be a lot cooler than what it was in qualifying. So that'll make, yes. Yes, it should. But, you never know. It's concrete. It's not like your normal asphalt. It's concrete, 1 1/3 track here. So it may actually kind of keep the temperature that it is, but it may also drop excessively, as Tyler Myers will be the next one. Wow, I never knew. I never pieced together until now. His name is Ryan. Anyway, yes, Tyler Myers. Anyway, he is the next one to go a lap down to Kyle Heath. We'll soon have only 12 cars? Yes. Sammy Blackwell keeps trying to run away. You think he will be the car next to be a lap down, but nope.
Here comes Phil.
Yep, Superman with the fresh tires yet again. I misspoke whenever I thought he was going to pit. It was probably 56 or 54. I said 44, I think. I think he pitted at like 57, something like that, 58.
I think so. Oh, contact by Brandon Moore and Ricky Belangi.
Yeah, Brandon kind of wanted to drive Ricky out of the track, it looked like. Ricky, he was given enough room. I don't really see, unless Brandon just lost the nose and plowed up the track, walked it up into the side of Ricky there, but nevertheless, probably a mistake on Brandon. Brandon will own up to it, I'm sure.
Yes. You see a lot of pit takers. Sellner switched up his pit strategy, Will.
Well, that is very surprising. I thought he would just keep doing what he had been doing because it could be a race-winning strategy. I would at least rather waited. I would have waited to do that short pitting later in the race, kind of like what you were talking about earlier. Wait till later to short pit. By later, I mean like the final pit stop.
These boys are still kicking it green, Will. Up as Kyle Heath is now making his scheduled pit stop now. Wonder if Roy would make his. Yes, he is. A lot of these boys are coming down. Skylar's staying out. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I kind of thought you were done there. My apologies. But I'm just as surprised as you are. 63 laps currently, green, flag, conditions, no caution at the moment. Very surprised.
Which means these boys had a lot of practice. They had a earlier 2-hour practice session before. So they had about 2 hours and 25 minutes worth of practice. So a lot of them know how to get the track jotted down. You see Cheswick dropping into the pits now. Well, 2 cars are only on the lead lap here. That would be 91 and the 57. But I wonder if they are going to pit anytime soon.
I think Skyler's pitting this lap.
Yep, Skyler is.
But who knows when Judson's going to pit.
Oh, my goodness. And there it is.
You've got to be kidding me. Man. In an alternate universe, I just didn't see that. But in this one, I did. Wow, Bro. I'm just gonna be speechless here for a good minute. I'm not gonna say nothing at all because
wow,
Mama always
that
told
is
me,
a lot of cars caught 1 lap down.
well, yeah, good on you for trying to change the subject there, Brian. Lots of drivers caught off kilt here from what just occurred. I want to take a pitchfork to my eyeballs.
Oh, Randy, I love you, buddy, but unfortunately, how do I don't even. Well, let's just see here. You see the 19's going down. Austin keeps turning and turning. He said, nope, you're going in the wall. Boom. That is that.
Like I said, I ain't gonna say nothing good, then don't say nothing at all, I guess, approach, but I almost want to agree with, wow, Austin, what are you doing? But,
So he was just coming out the pits. Obviously, Randy was a little bit faster, as we see here. He keeps turning. And boom. Yeah, I'm sure that's not what these boys wanted to see.
But I kind of want to agree with Randy, some type of harsh penalty or suspension or reprimand or something. Like I said, I came really close to just going and grabbing a fork. just want to, like I said, either grab a fork or a knife and gouge my eyes out. That's very disturbing to ever see. Uh, I guess intentional wrecking of any kind, whether you're upset with the race or a driver or anything to that measure. Just that never is a good thing to do at all.
It's like I
So
said, we jinx it with the. Well, they're doing very good with no cautions, and
yeah,
Randy was
right
having
as
a
you
hell
were.
of a run, fluctuating up there, what, top five? Roughly around that time, and then here we are, and yeah, it's supposed to be your Marley Twitch thing, and I just don't know why it's not there. It was there in the first practice, but I guess for some odd reason to hit tonight's race, they just want to leave you in just a randomized paint scheme.
I I almost think if it was possible to park the 45 of Austin, just my opinion, to park Austin the rest of the race. I mean, he was pretty aggressive when going up.
The
Looks
hell
like
was that?
Randy had caught up to 45 and wanted to. Oh,
Oh
now
my
Randy
god.
jotted his brakes and
They better extend this caution. Tempers are flaring.
yes, and that is never good to see.
Oh my goodness.
Well, sometimes, Ernest, you practice a lot and you can almost over practice yourself for an event or a track. Um, but sometimes at the end of the day, you're just not as quick as others at that certain place. And doesn't matter how much practice you do, I've had that problem at a lot
Wow,
of
that
tracks.
is a lot of cars. A lap down. They are all single file. That's just rough. That all could have been avoided if. Anywho, it doesn't matter. I guess the green flag is out. Wow! I guess he did get the waiver around. So here we are. Boy, this is gonna be rough. Oh my goodness. Yes, James is like, I don't want no part of that. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go get it. Yeah. Anywho,
Al Judson's got a comfortable 2.5-second lead over Zachary Wongich. Brandon Moore's at Wongich's back door, 92, and Kevin Roy. Roy and Jason Adams seem to be in a fierce battle with one another. As 54 of Kyle, he's having to make his way through the field because getting the wave around, you kind of have to start way back yonder behind everybody. Doesn't matter if you're on the lead lap or not. That's kind of the penalty of getting back on a lead lap. Sometimes you just run out of things to say and you just don't know what to say, I suppose. I don't want to say it went from a real intriguing race to a real disappointment real quick, but at the end of the day, I guess that's what's got to be said.
4 drivers are out of the race. The 19, the 33, the 41, and the 5. So now as the track decides to slick up with a little bit more grip.
75 laps to go, by the way.
Yeah. I just need a drink and a sip, so we're going to do our crank it up part of the race. So, enjoy. As we see here, Kevin Roy trying to pick off there. He's got a fellow driver behind him that knows him very well, Jason Adams. Heading to 43 there, riding behind the 11. Jason Adams is P7 currently. Kevin Roy is P6. Oh, excuse me, my pardon. You see this field is all mixed with the lap cars and all that other good stuff. Yeah. Jason Adams is there trying to get by Kevin Roy there for P6. as he tries to find grip on that bottom lane, but it is just not working at the moment. Oh!
Oh! Oh! Oh! Somebody! Who was that? Duggar or that
Marley.
That was Marley? Oh! How is that not a caution? Did he save it? What happened?
Well, let's take a look real quick. Where's he at?
He kicked that car fully sideways. How did no one else hit him?
You see right here, we're going into 3 and 4. This time by Marley. He said, alright. As he tries to get out the way the best that he can, and there you go. That's how you do that. '85, 150 complete. I like that 3 car though. Pretty sharp there. Oh man! These drivers don't know which way to go.
You know, I almost want to say that was a bit of net code.
Yeah.
Between the 57 and 43. Not just really hard, good racing. Just unfortunately that net code double demon thing roared its ugly head again tonight. Can't saying that whatever was inside the head of the driver of the 45. But we progress and move on, I guess, from that.
Mm-hmm.
But this battle right here that you're talking about, James Sellner may not be on the same lap, but by golly, if he was, it'd be a slobber knocker.
Agree. So, no one's really in that spot for Jason Adams to be really worried about. Everybody behind him is unfortunately a lap down until they get to the 57 of Skylar Sixton back there. So Adams can just let all these boys go and not worry about it. So,
I mean, everybody's got to watch out for that 57. I think he trying to do his best Ken Block impersonations and succeeding. I don't know how you don't completely spin out or what happened. He's got some experience as far as having to just correct enough to where he didn't overcorrect and wabam into the wall whenever he was trying to get it back straight. That was, I just can't. Much respect for Skylar Sixton. Indeed.
oh yeah. Oh, Sammy. Oh,
Oh no.
he's got something broken there. They better let him down. That's going to be a caution.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. Very unfortunate for Sammy Blackwell, who was one lap down, trying to ride around, hoping to be able to see a caution, but not be part of the caution.
Oh yeah.
I think James might have got into him or something occurred here. I think him and James are fighting for position.
Yeah, I think they
And,
were,
and
unless Black
yes, they were.
Blackwell probably didn't realize how much of a run Selner had. I don't know. Oh,
Well, yeah, you can see Sammy's trying to come over and defend the 01. You can see going into turn 3, and James, be quite frank, doesn't look like James was having any of that defending. And just, yeah, that's the result we see. So everybody that was on the lead lap comes into pit. Looks like Duggar in the 90 gets the free pass out of all of that. So we'll have 9 cars, it looks like, back on the lead lap after this resumes. Closing in on 50 laps to go here. 200-mile event at this 1 1/3 facility.
oh yeah. All the lap down boys coming in.
No, Kyle Heath made his way from 8th on up to 4th. He was able to get through the traffic and get past some of his fellow competitors on the same lap of him and get it back up into the top 5. So I would expect this restart to be a bit of a challenge for some.
Indeed, Will. So Myers, Selners. Yes, that was a save, Marley. You did very good. We're like, did he keep it?
Yes, can't just
Yes.
excellent save. Just well, you were doing something, that's for sure. Whether it was racing on ice or dirt, like wasn't sure if you net coded the 43 machine or what happened. Just I couldn't believe that somebody got that sideways and was somehow miraculously able to drive out of it. It was very beautiful and majestic. All right, well, Cameron Smith and Philip Bridgman, not sure about this call, but looks like they're going to get a wave around, and we'll have, what is that, 11 cars on the lead lap? Oh, no,
9.
never mind, scratch that. We will have, yeah, I guess just 9, I guess. I don't understand that. Anywho, lights are out on that pace vehicle. I wonder what type of jump Kyle Heath is going to try to get. He's starting in that 4th position, outside lane. We have seen from previous races that outside lane doesn't always really get to going. So maybe it might have been best to try to come out the pits there in 3rd. It could have.
And the pace car is off.
Excellent restart there by Judson. He might have went almost early, but not too sure. But excellent restart nevertheless. Longich just couldn't time it. I mean, he kind of went, then didn't go, then went again. That was just kind of fishy almost from the look of it. But Kyle Heath got past Brandon Moore. So now he's setting his sights on Rogic. Kevin Roy and Jason Adams going to try to get by the 92 of Bittender. Yes.
I know Zach and Kyle are not letting that 91 get away easy. That's for sure. They are staying right there.
Well, a restart, a caution was all they kind of needed. 52 laps to go here. So, indeed, going to have to see another pit stop for sure, Brian.
Yes,
how many more cautions could we have in these 51 laps remaining? Time will only tell, as it looks like Rogic is right there. Yes, he is diving to the inside of the 91, looking for that inside grip, and it's going to be there. Looks like he's going to have him on exit. Kyle Heath going with him in the 54. Want to leave that beach ball effect or length or half a bumper's length away from that car in front of you, so you don't actually make contact and push him into the fence or into the corner and make him have to have a Code Brown moment. So the 88 got by the 91. Now the 54 challenging on that inside. Brandon Moore just kind of seeing, oh, Kyle Heath walked it up the track, had to catch it, and falls back in line behind the 91 to just kind of get the tires back to temp and maybe just wait and see what's going to transpire. Brandon Moore had to check up really big for that almost incident between the 91 and 54, but great catch nevertheless by Kyle Heath. Excellent drive. You can see Kevin Roy and Jason Adams, they're kind of almost stuck behind the 92. Almost just really nowhere to go. Kyle Heath now setting inside of the 91. Brandon Moore trying to follow now. And successful for both of them, it looks like.
I tell you right now, if I'm Kevin Roy, I would not be scared to use my nose. That is for sure.
Well, we've seen other drivers in the field not be afraid to do this same action, and also what league are we racing in? We got to remember some drivers don't even know what what the league stands for that they're racing in, but anywho, we digest from that. I mean, yes, we move on. Don't want to give away our secrets to everybody. But now that Kyle Heath has disposed of the 91, he is trying to run down the 88. But Brandon Moore trying to be applying some pressure onto the 54, but not succeeding at that moment. But yeah, I would almost want to just stay tucked in behind Kyle Heath, run down the 88, and then have a knife fight about it, but Brandon Moore doesn't seem too keen on wanting to do that. Kevin Roy looking for every possibility around the 92. It's like, man, I got one already. Now there's another one. Man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, next week these boys go to, how do you want to say it?
Well, then don't say it. Anyway, so 3 3/4 seconds separate the top 9 that are on the lead lap. We got, what is that? 4 cars, 1 lap down at the moment, and multiple cars, multiple laps down, and a handful, unfortunately, are out of the race by multiple means. Unfortunately, Kyle Heath now, like we said, running down, trying to run down Zachary Long. It's not quite. It's almost stabilized or equalized. Now the roles have reversed. The 91 is now in 5th position. Just like we mentioned earlier, Kevin Roy, you get rid of one and oh, here comes another. Or we're trying to get rid of one. Who is that in the pits?
Cameron.
All right. He took a wave away on while ago. So that did not help him at all. What did we learn in boating school? Nothing. Anyway, so Zachary Rongich trying to extend a lead now to a 2nd. And Brandon Moore finally got by Kyle Heath. He was trying and finally got by Kyle Heath. He probably believes that he has the ability to run down the 88 and possibly get this win here tonight, Brian.
Possibly. 40 to go, Will.
Yes, 40 laps indeed. Excuse me.
Kevin Roy is still trying to find a way to get around these two.
Every now and again, you just need a breather. Oh, looking to the outside, but nothing's going to be there. Oh, man, just can't get by. It's not that they're not quick, it's just at the moment they don't have the pace. And I could just see Kevin Roy being able to make some hay, perhaps, if he was able to get by these 2 teammates. But just not able to go anywhere. They're just kind of stuck here. Nashville can be a very difficult track to pass at, as we've alluded to multiple times. Sometimes it just is a one-groove track, and it's been multiple times tonight to where we've seen some side-by-sideness going on, but I'm sure as the night has progressed, that lane has probably just went away, perhaps. And at the moment, oh man, Brandon Moore is right behind Zachary Rongich. Indeed, he has ran down Rongich after getting by Kyle Heath. Kyle Heath stabilized there at a 2nd, maybe a 2nd and a 10th, but Brandon Moore right on the back door of Zachary Rongich, just knocking it down now. But I would suspect sometime soon we're going to see another wave of green flag pit stops, Brian.
Oh, yeah. Out we are.
Man,
Oh, Brandon had to hit his brake so he didn't run into the back of Rongich. That gives Kyle Heath that run, getting closer and closer into them.
oh yes indeed, makes.
There we go. We're back. That's weird. Yes, we're back. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
All right, very weird and all. But Brandon Moore gotten by Zachary Rongich now. Kyle Heath a little bit closer than he probably would like to be. Randy, I completely understand.
It is going to
as
be
far-
taken care of right after this race. So
You know,
don't.
I
The tensions are high, and that should have never happened from the start anyway.
what Brian said. I agree with that, and I agree with also Randy. You know, your apology. You know, I do believe it's pretty sincere and everything. Everybody just quite upset with. I know I especially was whenever I saw what did done happen. That was just upsetting. As now we have some pit stops occurring, but apparently they are people who are 2 laps down, so I don't know if we should care or not, but Carver in the 22 is currently in the pits. What happened? I said, what happened?
Nothing. It's right there. I was just
I
checking
know it's
something.
right there. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now you're good.
Soon we'll be at 25 laps to go. 25 laps to go. We got a slow car, maybe a person on their out lap in front of the leaders here.
That'd be Cameron Smith.
So, yes, possibly could be good old CG there. I think so. I think it might be. This track is a fairly odd. Some would just call it a mile and a half. It's not. It's a mile and a third. So it's a very awkward track for some, and not everybody. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Well, Brandon better start doing some praying that he doesn't become like Higgy and disappear on us. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Yes. So, Selner, if a caution does happen to come out,
Something has happened to Rongich, Brian. Either maybe slap the wall or maybe just either really, really late in the run has some drastic fall off. But he's now lost a position, and now Judson, all of a sudden, late in the run, it's like he's been shot out of a cannon. Where'd he come from? He fell all the way back to 5th or 6th, and now it's like presto. But man, things are spicing up here at the front. I would suspect these front runners to pit here soon. And some might not take a full tank of gas, Brian.
that is true. As they come to 25 to go this time, you see Phillip there. Exit out of the pits at a good spot. So he's the
Oh! Brandon got really tight there. Kyle Heath takes advantage of that, and then we got Phillip on the fresh tires just trying to get through this.
There's the caution.
Oh, we got another caution. 25 laps to go. This is really going to spice some things up because Zachary Rongich had pitted. And, oh man. one of the front runners there. That trapped one of the.
He said this was on Zach. It slammed the car back down. Okay. I wonder if he had his... Oh!
Oh! You know, that's something crazy. That's as if he didn't have a wheel attached or something.
You ain't kidding.
That's crazy.
That's that slick pit road coming out there towards the end of the knot.
I don't really know what to say there either. Really cold tires, maybe, just trying to get back up to speed. Oh my goodness, 6 cars on the lead lap here. And look who they all are. And we might have some waiver rounds too, so. But let's see who's going to come out on top with this pit stop. Like I said, these front runners may not take a full tank, so just enough to maybe get to the end.
Kyle Heath,
maybe,
Brandon Moore, 91, 43.
Stay to the...
What happened?
Nothing. Yep, Kyle Heath comes out with, wins the battle off pit road there. Brandon Moore, Judson, Adams, Skylar Sigston. Just been keeping his nose clean all race and just been trying to hang in there. Maybe we could try to shout out to Skylar real quick while we're under this third caution of the evening. Truly second caution, but we won't talk about that other one. At least I don't want to right now. It'll make my blood pressure go up. No, Randy probably almost had a heart attack.
He probably did. Skylar!
I could not have... Hey, Skylar, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Well,
Skylar?
Whenever he decides to...
Skylar.
Oh, here, can you hear me now?
There we go.
Yes, yes,
oh
we
my
can.
God.
Hello,
What's
Verizon guy. How are you?
Can you hear me now? Good. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you're sitting in the top 5 at the moment. Less than 25 laps to go. Man, this has kind of turned into a real something else of a race. What are your thoughts so far, Skylar?
I've been honestly, I've just been running, doing my thing. I'm having fun.
Yes, you have.
Tonight's my part-time, so just kind of showing up and just racing my race.
Well, that is true. I'm glad I could make you laugh, Randy. That's one reason why I'm here. But Skylar, what have you thought of the racing so far, Skylar?
Man, it's been pretty fun, interesting. These cautions have been coming out at like really good timing, like when the pit cycle. So
yes, for you.
So it's gonna jumble up the field. So I've been enjoying these lucky breaks, but it's been fun. It's been a crazy pace race.
Oh god, there's the 45.
Well, ear rape for anyone out there. Sorry for if anyone was using earphones or headset on their head or in their ears listening.
All right,
to my
Marley,
ugly
we see
voice.
you're getting ready to come back green here. We don't want to distract you, so...
Good
All right,
luck,
buddy, good luck.
SS.
Appreciate it.
I wish I could have his initials.
Oh, SS?
Yes.
Yep.
We won't
Anywho,
talk about why I want his initials, but Anywho, yes indeed, this restart should be a good one. Lap 21, we'll get the restart a lot more. Look at all the lap.
Yeah,
Oh
wow.
man, Kyle Heath got fired out of a rocket. Rod Hornaday Jr. has entered the chat. Brandon Moore trying to catch up and get back by Judson. Judson almost caught sleeping there when Kyle just launched himself like the Flash, or maybe Evil Knievel across the canyon. But you know that story. Hopefully, anyway, I don't have to explain. 20 laps to go here. Is it going to be green till the rest of this run out? Who's going to know? Brian, what's your opinion? You think we're going to see like 6 more cautions?
I would probably say at least probably 1 or 2 more. They ain't done yet.
All right, Brian's got 2 more. I'm going to go with 3 more. Anywho, my motto is as long as there's cars out on that track, there is still some wrecking to be done. You never can tell.
Boy, it's like Brandon Moore just shot back out of a cannon to get back up there.
Why is the stream like skipping for?
I don't know.
All right, anyway. But Randy, I mean, your apology, it's understandable. If it was me in my position, or if I was in your shoes, what I'm trying to say, I probably would have been just as mad as you. So, I mean, in a way, I have been in that position before a couple of times, so I can relate. So, it's very frustrating when something to that extent occurs.
Oh, 91 hit the wall, which will allow the 8 to close in.
Yeah, but Kyle Heath has a pretty good cushion at the moment, 0.7 of a second lead over these 2 competitors here who, if they start getting side by side, that 54 gonna keep going away in those windshields.
Oh yeah. But that 57 of 6th in there would like the 8 and the 91 to go side by side. So that'll give him some as I was saying, that was what 57 will want the 8 and the 91 to race side by side there, and that'll help Skyler close in a little bit more, and also Jason Adams there. So Brandon Moore makes
Randy,
a pass. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say to Randy, if you're not going to be able to stay with us the rest of the way, you have a good night yourself, man. Very unfortunate luck you have. Hopefully here soon the luck will turn around for that 19 machine in any series. Hopefully you always running in that top 10, top 5. Hopefully your luck is going to change. But you have a good night as well. Best
It'll change.
All that other good jazz. Hopefully we'll see you Tuesday.
Oh. Yeah, I know it's Jaden. Oh, Sanchez is out too. I didn't realize that.
Jaden here. I like this kid. He's such a cool, laid-back kid. Whenever he's not
a cool cat.
Whenever he's not got the racing gloves and the hypothetical racing helmet on, I still think he kind of reminds me of Noah Gregson. Every time you think he's doing great, he kind of takes a couple of steps back, and then he does stuff to make it look improving, but Jaden, he's still young. He's got a lot to learn, and I'm sure he'll learn it.
Yes, Randy, we'll see you Thursday.
Oh, he's not going to be here Tuesday? Oh, man.
No, he backed out of Tuesdays. Him and James.
Uh-huh.
Him and
James.
Selner.
No. Everybody I'd pull for is leaving me. I mean, I'm supposed to be unbiased, but secretly I like to see people do good, you know. Jaden, what have I told you about calling me sir? I respect it, but my goodness, you make me feel old.
11 laps to go, Will. Does Brandon have enough to get to Kyle?
Well, only time will tell. I kind of think he does. But getting there and getting by, Chris says chasing them down is one thing. Passing, two different things. You know, some people are really great about making their car as many lanes wide as possible. Exhibit A, Kyle Busch. Exhibit B, Kyle Busch. And Exhibit C, Juan Pablo Montoya. Anyway, so at the moment, Brandon Moore closing in, I would say a tenth a lap, but then he loses it. I'm almost not too sure which side of the track. I think Kyle Heath is better in 1 and 2, Brandon Moore better in 3 and 4, it looks like. At least that's what it kind of looks like on the scoring and timing.
Brandon's better in 1 and 2. Kyle's better in 3. Oh, maybe not.
Jason Adams currently securely in the top 5, but he is haunting Skylar Sixton right there. You see the STP 43 just lurking behind that turquoise colored 57. That said 67. 8 laps to go. Who is that in the pits?
Cameron.
Okay. So you're saying somebody not to worry about. Gotcha. So Brandon Moore kind of just stabilized now at about 6 to 7 tenths of a second. Not really able to improve. Oh, man, Jason Adams got around Skylar Sixton. Can he get to Judson here in the closing laps? Man, I'd be super surprised. Well, at the same time, not really. I would have to say Jason is pretty familiar with Nashville. It's a track that I would have to say is fairly good to him.
Selner having a great night there in P6. Good points night for him.
Yes, indeed. He got the lucky dog or wave around a caution or so ago, and that helped him out tremendously. If a caution was to occur right now, which, I mean, I'm not saying I want it to,
no,
but
please don't. No.
Tyler Myers would get the wave around. Billet Bridgman been struggling ever since basically lap 24 when he short pitted.
Well, if that one caution didn't come out, there wouldn't be guys still trapped a lap down. Fortunately, you hate to say it.
Well, facts are facts, and sometimes the cold hard truth. If I had a couple more teeth in my mouth, maybe I could be able to pronounce these words. I know it's a terrible thing, but it's life. Anyway, man, Kyle Heath opening up that gap about a tenth, maybe a tenth and a half, but Judson not left Brandon Moore's side. He is still there as we are 3 laps to go here in the BNR Cup Series at Nashville 200. It's been a intriguing and exciting race to say the least.
Disturbing to me.
Well, I mean...
See, we could say that about this league because it is mine. So,
Whoa, hey, we're throwing that mine word around again.
oh, that's
Anyway,
right. Yeah.
but
Ours.
Judson's in a battle with Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore and Judson, they're having a battle for second place. The battle is not for first, but for second, as the 91 and 8 with 2 laps to go. They don't know who's going to take who. Jake's Gaming. Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, Brandon, that's a wall.
That can be interpreted in many ways. White flag is out for Kyle Heath and Brandon Moore. Yes, he did. He tagged the wall, I do believe. Oh, man. What an intense battle for second place. That moved Brandon Moore back to third. Shuffle him back to third. But Kyle Heath, your pole sitter of the race, coming through 3 and 4 on the exit of 4, will be the winner here tonight at the Nashville 200. An amazing comeback, I would have to say, for Kyle Heath, along with a list of others. Just the adversity and a lot more other things that transpired throughout the race. And
Overall,
excellent.
yeah, go ahead.
Well,
I mean,
yes,
yes, go ahead.
good race for Kyle Heath.
The 2 teammates up there.
Judson and Brandon Moore, excellent race for them coming down to the finish. Jason Adams, after he got past Skylar Sixton to round out your top 5, just couldn't get up to the 8 and 91. But overall, man, just great.
The overall race was great on the start. Very lots of long green flag runs. Plenty of pit cycles spread out. When we started getting about close to the end is where, things started getting a little silly. But 2 cautions, 3 cautions, not bad for a 150 lapper. That is for sure. So, good run by Kyle.
Unfortunately, there was...
Oh.
Yes, good.
He does that
Excellent
every
run by
time.
Kyle. Something not surprised by.
Oh, no,
Excellent
stop it.
burnout. What?
We're not going to say. That's okay.
Okay. So, here is the official results for today's race. And like always, also, get it out the way now before we forget it. Don't want to forget nothing. Trackcams22.com. Always give them a check out if you want some cameras for your iRacing setup. He provides some good camera displays and works. And like Brian has said in the past, give him a check out. Just if you like display stuff like what he's offering, it's in a reasonable price range, and just go over there and look. I'm sure you might like what you find.
Kyle?
We got Kyle Heath. All right, Kyle Heath.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Kyle. An interesting race, to say the least. You qualified on pole, and I don't want to say quite dominant performance, because there were a few drivers giving you a hard time, but just overall, how would you assess the racing here tonight at Nashville?
It was a long race, I'll tell you that. I wasn't expecting 150 laps to be that freaking long.
I know, we finally got through it.
And the gas mileage, that played a big number on it too, to make it a little bit longer, because so many green flag pit stops to get gas. Other than that, I mean, that was a fun, awesome race. I really enjoyed that race. I really enjoyed racing against Brandon Moore and Zach. That was pretty fun, battling with them 2.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Roy was trying to get up there, but he just couldn't get that extra oomph that they needed to get up there and battle out with you. I see your teammate was slowly creeping up there, old Jason.
Yeah, he did very well. He started in the back and worked his way up there. I'm not quite sure what place he finished, fourth or fifth or
Fourth.
something like that. Fourth, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
heck of a job for him.
oh yeah, that indeed. I was gonna say a very long race, too long for me, but it was a good one. It started getting interesting halfway through when a couple of slip-ups happened and stuff like that.
And I do want to give a lot of respect for Muslim drivers out there. I mean, we went a lot of green flag runs. That was so much fun, you know, not having to caution after caution, especially with this track being a little bit tough, especially in the middle of 3 and 4 with that bad bump.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, sorry I just jumped right over you and...
Oh, no, you're good. Kyle, if you don't mind to tell us about that pole sitting lap, just how did that lap go for you, if you don't mind, if you can remember back to quali real quick?
Yeah, well, this is my second race with the next gens at Nashville, and I think the first race I ever did at Nashville was with a setup. So, you know, it was totally different. The car was bottoming out big time, a lot. And I did 15 minutes worth of practice time today, and I was doing pretty good. But man, at qualifying, I don't know how I ran that fast time. I really don't know how, because I wasn't really trying to really push it hard, because I know in turns 3 and 4 it can get on the edge, and somehow I ended up with a quicker time than I ever had. So, I mean, I think a little bit of luck was on my side.
I was gonna say, or there was just enough grip out there.
That's one thing, because, you know, after practice and then qualifying, the track temp was dropping big time. So that made a huge difference right there. And throughout the race, you can really tell how the car was reacting throughout the race with the cooler temps and the nighttime come along.
Yeah.
Kyle, you had a couple of battles that were really, really tight racing with the 88 and 8, Brandon Moore and Zachary Rongich. Like, you were really wanting to keep it on the outside to have that forward momentum, that drive off. Just explain trying to keep them not necessarily pinned on that bottom, but to where they can't really make a move on you to stall you out on that high side. Just kind of explain that out, how you were able to work that high lane, how you did.
Yeah, the high line coming out the corners, you have the momentum, but the grip is actually in the bottom of the corner. So yeah, of course, anybody who's up under me, I was just trying to pinch him as much as I could. And I know good battle with Brandon Moore. I pinched him a little too much and he pushed up into me. I mean, that was all good. That's racing, you know. And like I said, the bottom line was a lot better grip. So, I mean, in the middle of the corner, whenever you get that grip going, you're able to, you know, when you're able to clear somebody on the high side, you better take that advantage and get up high on them. But tire wear became an issue. I'm not sure how much the other guys, Brandon and Zach, was the 88 was pushing real hard, because I think their tire wear kind of came in effect too after they passed me a couple of times, and I was able to get back around them. Y'all hear me?
Yes. Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Okay, I didn't
No,
know.
you're good. Oh yeah. Anywho, great run tonight. Don't know if you're gonna be here next week. I gotta say it. Unfortunately, they go to Atlanta Super Speedway. If you're gonna be here, what's gonna be your game plan rolling into there?
Full throttle.
Yeah, you might as well just say that. There's no more strategy into it anymore. So it's like, you know.
it's I've raced. We've had a couple races there, and it's a fun track to have fun on, not competition wise. But whenever it comes to
Yes.
competition, it's very hectic. It's nail biting. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Um, oh, yeah. The only thing I like about it with the cup cars is you can actually bump if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can
Yeah. You can
bump
bump
them.
draft on there,
Yeah,
just
and
not in the corners. That's for sure.
exactly. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right.
But I did notice though, with Atlanta, if it's a long range run, the track kind of resembles old Atlanta the way you
Mhm.
gotta drive it.
Mhm.
That's that's my thought on it. You
I know.
pretty much
I
almost
agree.
gotta drive it like the old Atlanta. You
Yes,
gotta
sir.
diamond it
I
in
agree.
and
Mhm.
come out low.
And
I'm looking forward to it if I am there next week.
yeah, that'd be good. Might be a little iffy in my eyes as I see, but anyway, great job tonight, bud. Any shout outs or anything you want to give?
Well, heck yeah, I want to give a big shout out to part of my family. They're here. My nephews. They're actually in my game room right now, where I race at. They was watching the race on my TV. I want to give a big shout out to them. They're right here behind me, especially my nephew Aiden. He's my biggest fan. He watches every
Always.
stream that I race on.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's
and
good.
big shout out to my wife with memariedesigns.com. She's on my car. She does custom shirts and tumblers and hoodies. So, if anybody would like to check it out, they
Oh
can.
yeah,
memariedesigns.com.
there you go. Well, you make sure you tell your family always pull for dad and uncle and stuff like that. Um, you always
And
kick butt out here. You know that. Come on.
another big shout out to you guys. BNR, this league has been fun. I'm glad that y'all let me join and have
Yeah,
fun
absolutely.
with most of your regulars. Maybe I'll
Oh
start
yeah.
being a more regular.
Hey, no, they enjoy it. A lot of these boys told me yesterday that they learn off you. They go back and watch, and that's how they get better. Um, so that's always a good thing. That helps them improve whatever ways that they can. So I would take that as an accomplishment, to be honest with you. Um, for those who want to get better, they say. Um, it was funny because I had a talk with a couple of them today. They're like, "Well, if we can only be as fast as Kyle, they said that man just has his long run speed." Uh, I'm like, well, sometimes you just watch the line that he does and listen to how he gets in, even if it's a 15 minutes that he's in there. Sit in your pit box for maybe 5 of that minutes, and then go out there and watch, and then maybe
Yeah.
it's so these boys enjoy learning and seeing new things from you, and it just helps them get better. And they tell me that all the time. So you know,
I'm humbled on that, and that's awesome. And I want to give another big shout out. I just got a direct message from my teammate Jason. His daughter watches the streams, Rebecca, and he told me that she's my biggest fan. So, hey there, Rebecca.
yes, Rebecca, Kyle's the man, the myth, the legend, anywhere, not just only BNR and SRU and all over. But awesome job tonight, bud. You always out there kicking butt. And
Thanks, Brian.
hey, no problem. Well
I'm
vanished
glad.
on me somewhere, so
Yep.
you know how well that works. But go ahead. You're glad what?
Oh, I was saying I'm glad that Will's still back. That's pretty
Oh,
awesome.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, back.
he needs
Back
to
in,
hurry, he
back
needs to hurry up and join iRacing.
Oh,
Oh man.
yes,
Well,
yes. He will.
whenever
He will
whenever everything is able to, yes, at
fall into
someday,
his place. Then absolutely.
someday or another.
Yeah.
One fine morning when no wrong song. I'm sorry.
All right, guys, y'all have a good one.
All right, Kyle.
All right,
Yeah,
Kyle.
y'all need to go.
Congratulations on the
Y'all need
win
to.
tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, now we'll talk to Sean. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm getting a little sore sitting here.
Yeah, we got that syndrome of it's hard to say goodbye to people syndrome.
Sean!
Prolonged.
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
Hey,
don't
Sean,
mind. We tend to prolong everything.
Hey,
we may
all
talk to
good.
you for 10 minutes. We may talk to you for 2. So, Sean, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, a little exhausted after that. It is not one of my favorite tracks.
Oh, not one of your favorites, but man, you were wheeling and dealing. So, Sean, explain to the viewer at home, if they're still here, how difficult and tough it was to make your way through the field and trying to pass one another.
This track's really tricky because you have to brake as you get further into run. You have to trail brake into the corners, and you got to make sure you're saving tires. So it's real tricky. The bottom is the best line around here, but you can still get a run on the high side if person's kind of bogging down on the bottom. But you really want to set them up off of a corner to be able to get them into the next corner.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you for that awesome, basically backing up the corner information. Love it, Sean.
Just the knowledge that he knows.
Indeed. How would you summarize or assess the racing here tonight, Sean?
It was good. I mean, green flag runs are always, preferred to, short 5-10 laps. I really wish we would have had another 10 laps here because I had a really good long race car, but no speed on the short runs.
So you're saying if you had about like 60% fuel?
No, I mean 160 laps.
Oh,
We would have had another 10 laps in the race. I probably could have caught Kyle, but
oh, that's what you're saying.
yeah, it's
Gotcha.
I was the run before that final run. I was able to catch it and drive down the
Even
leaders,
though you don't like the track, you wanted 10 more laps.
Oh yeah, like I said, I had a long run car. 20 laps.
I'm a racer.
20 laps. My car started coming in, so.
Man, Brain, you should have set it to 160. Anyway,
Well,
Sean, just next week is the new revamped, hate to say it, Atlanta. What's your thoughts, prayers, and preparation going into the new Atlanta? Basically going to be like racing almost at Daytona. So what's your thoughts going into that?
Atlanta's tricky now. Short runs there, it's wide open. Long runs, you really have to start pedaling it into the corners and kind of diamonding it so you can keep your tires under you. But I'm really hoping for long runs there again because short runs, everybody's grouped up. It's a plate racetrack, but long runs you get spread out with people not saving tires and whatnot. So hoping for long runs there, but it's a plate track, so anything can happen.
Well, Sean, it's also the BNR Racing League, and anything, unfortunately, can happen here too. Concrete paved track tonight. It was 1 1/3 miles, not quite 1.5 miles. Do you think it being concrete from traditional asphalt had anything? Maybe the rubber wasn't quite being laid down as much, or I saw the second lane kind of almost disappear towards the end of that race.
Yeah, it's tricky. Like I said, it's so bottom here that you get up on that second groove, you're really getting freight trained back, so not a lot of people are going to run it. So rubber's really not going to get layered down there, and it eats tires because it's so flat too.
Yes, sir. That is very true.
Well, Sean, anything else you'd like to add about the race, or maybe get some shout-outs? Maybe some love out there to people?
Oh, the race was good. Shout out to my team, Team Outlaw Motorsports, BJ Duvall for being on the spotters box for all of us, Cole, Scott, AJ, BJ again, sponsors, Juddy Designs, KDC Photography, Dubby Energy. They just came on a couple weeks ago. Great, energy drink if you're looking for it. Bearditude Beard Oil, Scott's company. Does pretty good beard oil if you have a beard. I don't, but
I've never
I
used
do.
any beard oil. Anyway, Sean, real quick, You got one spotter for 4 people?
Of the 3 of us, me, Cole, and
Oh,
Scott.
3.
He primarily helps Scott because he's not quite up with asphalt like us. We're a dirt team primarily, but I run a lot of asphalt, so I'm pretty comfortable with the in-game spotter. But with these races, Scott likes to have somebody in his ear.
Now, um, I'm 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 not sure if you ever played on console or not. I'm not too familiar with your background, but I got to the point to where I just turned those spotter audio things off and just my eyes is what I trust. I would just trust all my movements, but it being an in-car, you're stuck in that cockpit view. You got to try to rely on something, but like you said, the spotters are I would say, the most accurate spotters in any game or simulation. So,
Yeah, they're pretty good on this sim. I'm a dirt track driver. Like I said before, grew up driving dirt tracks up in Pennsylvania, and you don't have
you never
spotters
really,
there.
yep.
You just have to feel it by the engine sounds around you. So having that spotter in your ears kind of nice sometimes, especially for asphalt stuff, because people can get big runs real fast, and you really can't hear the cars around you in these things.
Right. Well, Sean, I guess that's all the questions and everything. We love to talk to you tonight. Congratulations. Almost. Maybe if you could have had another restart or something, perhaps. But you said your car just didn't really fire on the short run. But like you said, maybe if you had 10 more laps, if it was the Nashville 220, I suppose. But congratulations, nevertheless. You got a good podium finish out of it.
Yep,
Great talking to you. Moving
definitely a
on
good
to
points night.
Atlanta. Indeed.
Yes, sir. And
On
now
to the
our
Brandon
final.
Moore.
Yep.
Finally, yes. Seems like, the race doesn't take too long, but we only talk to 3 people normally, and my goodness, we just don't know when to say goodbye sometimes. So, we get to talk to Brandon Moore again. I think we talked to him
Every
after the
week.
Xfinity race. Well, it almost it almost seems like he appears every time we have a BNR race. He just appears almost like Randy Orton out of nowhere. So Brandon, tell us about your race, how eventful it kind of was. You got up there, were leading. You seemed to have a top 3, top 5 car all night. Never really saw you outside unless it was during a green flag pit stop that we had a lot of tonight. Just tell us about your race, man.
It was a good race. I had a lot of fun. I had a pretty good long run car when we was getting those long green flag runs. I was trying to keep tires under it, and I did a pretty good job of doing that, so I was able to keep it up front there. But yeah, it is a top 3 car for sure. Towards the end there, I just tried way too hard trying to run him back down and got pretty close, but overheated the right front and it just wouldn't turn anymore.
Brandon, explain just the tight battles you would be having for, those. Just to, explain those tight knit battles you were having up near the front. There was a couple of times, I believe that one time you and Kyle almost got together. I think it was, but anyway.
Yeah, we bumped a little bit there. I forget what it was, but we bumped out of 2. I just got a little tight, and then we just barely did get together. I don't know how far he got out of shape, but immediately got on the radio, talked to him, told him I just got tight, and apologized to him. But it's just really close racing. It's really really hard to pass. It gets real tight coming up off the corner. When you get underneath somebody, so it's pretty tough to pass.
Oh yeah. You and him always seem to battle it out pretty good. You and Kyle.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit better on the long runs than I was. We were pretty even for a while, but I just seemed to burn him up just a little bit before him, and then he can start pulling away a little bit more. But all in all, I can't complain about the results tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were up there the entire time. Really, it was either going to be a fault of your own, or maybe being caught up in somebody else's unfortunate, you know, uh, uh, drama that would have got you out of the top 5, I do believe.
Oh,
But
come on, please don't talk
um,
about that.
we're not.
Yeah,
Anyway,
luckily we just stayed up front and stayed out of anybody's issues. So luckily for us, it worked out in that manner.
Brandon, next week is Atlanta. Not old Atlanta, but new Atlanta. So basically a plate track. Yay. How do you feel
Yay.
about that? Yes, I know it sounds great, but how do you feel about that, Brandon?
I'm gonna practice praying a lot. That's how I'm going to get ready for that
Yes.
race. So I'm gonna get very good at that. I'm gonna practice each night just before the race.
Do
And
you know
then,
what I would do? I would just, get familiar with each religion and just pray to everything,
I think
and
that's a good idea.
hopefully you'll have a good outcome.
Yeah.
That's
So all jokes aside, it's just one of those races. You just gotta try and keep it up front. Track position's gonna be important. It's gonna be a pack race. You don't want to be in the back of that pack when it goes kaboom. And hopefully we don't have that. Hopefully we get strung out with long green flag runs. That would be awesome. But we shall see.
Yes, sir.
Well, got anything else you'd like to add about this race here tonight?
I just
No,
want go ahead.
uh,
I'm sorry.
maybe give some shout outs, Brandon.
Yeah, we can do that. I just want to thank all the competitors and spectators that came out tonight. All the racers did a fantastic job. Had a lot of green flag runs, a lot of hard racing. Want to thank you and Brian again for always coming out, doing on a good show, and hopefully we can take this same momentum into the next week. We seem to be able to do that pretty well.
Well, I was going to say, about every week you seem to carry that pretty well.
I tell you what, if we could have a top 5 each week, we'll be all right. Which
Oh, yeah.
we've come close to doing almost every week, unless something out of my control usually happens, which sometimes that happens.
Well, top 5 every week is keeping you the points leader.
Yep. That's going to keep us up front in the points. That's for sure. I don't even think I have a win yet in the Cup Series. And we're up there, so that just goes to show you just keep it up there and keep knocking down those consistent finishes, and you'll be there. All you gotta do is win the last one.
Oh, man.
That's all you gotta do, just win the last one.
Actually. Ooh. Wow. Judson jumped ahead. He's now the points leader.
P1? So like I said, if you stay consistent like that, you're at least going to be second in points, going towards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Just joking. But no, he's been fast too. He's done a fantastic job staying
absolutely.
consistent throughout the season. So I got a good feeling, if things continue Larry Mack's trends of the season, that we'll know who's going to be in the Final Four.
Yes, sir. Awesome job, Brandon. Mr. Consistency, as we would call you.
Yep, and then hopefully we will carry the trends, and then we will have similar conversations come Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Well,
what is Tuesday, Brian?
Tuesday, I don't even remember where you guys are at Tuesday. Well, let's find out real quick.
Let's find out. For all those who are still watching,
Richmond.
Tune in Tuesday. Tune in Tuesday for Richmond.
There you go.
Everybody likes a good Richmond race.
Oh yeah, that is true. But Tuesday night, these Bulls will be at Richmond, so.
Under the
Yes,
lights?
yes, I do believe so.
Under the lights. See, folks, don't miss Under the Lights at Richmond. Brought to you by BNR. How you like
Yes,
that?
there you go. That's perfect. Actually, I'm not even going to think we're going to close out like that. I think that's how we're going to end it. So, there you go. You can never go
Yep.
wrong with that.
Yep.
But
Yep. So tune in next week. Don't miss out.
That's
BNR
right.
Truck Series at Richmond.
Yes, sir. All right, buddy. Great job. I don't know where you want to be placed or whatever. I know.
You just placed me down there in the hauler waiting room. I
Okay.
think there's some reviews that
Oh
I'm
God.
needing to review.
Oh yeah, I know. I got to be there too. They're waiting for me, but I'll get you down there. There you go. Okay. Well, that would do it for tonight's festivities here from the BNR Racing Network. Once again, we want to thank Track Cams for all the cameras that we had brought to you guys tonight. Myself, Will, would like to thank you all for tuning in here tonight. The wonderful love we get from the SRU boys and the BNR family. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Like everybody to be safe, be blessed, have a good night, good day, good morning, wherever you're watching from, and